Hey, everybody. Welcome to day 393 of Reseller Reflections, a day in the life of a full-time reseller supporting her family. It is Sunday, July 6th, 2025. And you know I love Sundays. Beginning of a new week, wrap up of the old week, all of those good things. So we did not hit our sales goal last week, which was totally to be expected. But this week coming up, oof, man, I gotta really hit the ground running. I gotta get this week was kind of like a recharge week for me in the business. And yeah, so I am all reset to zero. I am actually in the process of doing the shipping now. Yeah, I do shipping generally on Sundays because I don't like to wake up Monday and have like so many things to ship and have it like eat into the beginning of my week like that. There'll still be things to ship, but I like to have it done because I guess I'm the opposite of a procrastinator. I don't know about you and how you feel about that, but that's what it is. I'm excited to start the new quarter. And yeah, like for us, because we're doing the 12-week year, it does start on Monday. Well, for me today, but officially tomorrow, July 7th. And all right. So anyway, new things, learning, intimidation, all of that. All right. So this business, I think most things in life, you're always learning. You have to learn something new. And sometimes there are these barriers in place that we put there that prevent us from doing that. So I had something that I needed to do at some point before tomorrow. And I just said I'm not a procrastinator, but this I actually did procrastinate. And some of it I couldn't do ahead of time, but it was learning a new system. It was learning a new organizational system. Molly had started to teach me, and it's how I'm tracking the 12-week year, keeping track of my calendar, like importing my Google stuff. And I was just very, very intimidated by it. And it had prevented me from, continuing forward and learning it. So the system is Tick. It's called Tick. It's just an organizational tool, and it's going to help me track tactics. It does the Eisenhower matrix. It does all sorts of cool things, but it does so many things that it was super intimidating. So I spent the time this morning to kind of figure that out as I was planning out the upcoming week. Totally worth it. And I don't know if there are those things that can be intimidating. Sometimes, I talked about on previous reseller reflections, something I wanted to start personally, which was spin classes and the intimidation factor, the kind of like humbling yourself factor and saying, you know what, I need help with this. I don't know what I'm doing. Being the beginner in a group, being, all of those things. Maybe that's not hard for you. We often see it with people coming into our Patreon group and our mastermind, but you know what? We're there because I've been there a million times, but you have to be able to overcome that hurdle and maybe humble yourself a little bit to be able to ask for help, which, oh God, that's hard. That's so hard sometimes. And be vulnerable, which is my my Achilles heel. But it is so worth it. So what's that thing like you are looking at that you want to learn, but maybe there is an intimidation factor, maybe there's an insecurity factor, maybe you kind of have to humble yourself, maybe you don't want to ask for help, but you should. What is that thing? Think about it. I'm glad that I asked for Molly's help. She helped me get this organized, and then I put the work in to get it set up. Totally worth it. I love to learn new things. It's just sometimes that hurdle, that intimidation, that humbling of yourself, that asking for help, that really, really prevents me from doing something I love, which is learning new things. So, think about that. Is there something like some little thing that you can that you've been putting off, that you are intimidated by, that is preventing you from getting to the next step, from doing something you really want to do, from getting, like in my case, from, getting organized? And change is hard, right? Like even good changes, right? Even this new system, I was like, oh gosh, but I'm so used to doing it the old way. I've always done it that way. Yeah, that's one of my least favorite expressions is I just do it because it's always been done that way. That's the right way to do it. That's the way I've always done it. Oh gosh, that drives me nuts. Please don't ever say that to me. I'm sure I've said it on occasion, but it is absolutely my pet peeve is definitely oh, because that's the way it's always been done. No, we got to think a little differently. We have to challenge ourselves. We have to try that new thing. We have to learn something new. It's what keeps us alive. All right, guys. So I'm going to challenge you to go out there, try something new. Think about, if you're saying to yourself, well, that's just the way I always did it. Or, you know what? I just don't know. I think that might be too much. I'm a little scared. I'm a little intimidated. Think about it and figure out how you're going to do it anyway. All right, everybody, have a wonderful evening. I will see you on day 394 of Reseller Reflections. Night night.